Welcome, everyone, to San Antonio by Night Blood Gambit, Episode 9. Where we had left our coterie previously, the bunch of them had been gathering together resources in order to be able to put together an event hosted by Alysse, the resident goth band performer who's looking to make a new break into the industry again. Part of that was tracking down some illicit substances and tracking down a number of people who would be willing to at least attend, if not participate in the revelry of the event. And so, prior to the coterie going into this event, perhaps there's some thoughts that these kindred could go into about their recent dealings as far as the tunnel digging that had been going on underneath the city, the preparations for the event to come, as well as maybe other thoughts. Jacob, we'll start with you. Do you have any thoughts going into the evening of this Saturday night?
Plenty, but how many of them are constructive is an entirely different story. This week has been rather busy. I've been flitting about, making connections where I can, doing work with my law firm. Spent a lot of time with Catherine. And I've attended a few nights at the Zombie. I want to keep an eye on Alysse and her dealings, as they were. From my knowledge, Ambush and Dante have been busy with their own bits and pieces, digging tunnels to discover things, secrets of a occult nature. Not really my cup of tea, but if they can make use of it, they can make use of it. Dante said something about it potentially being a way of keeping the beckoning at bay, which is interesting. All in all, San Antonio is becoming a very, very interesting city. I've reached out to various individuals to invite to this little get-together of Amber's. Not Amber, Alyce's. I've reached out to various individuals to invite to this get-together of Alyce's. This soiree of questionable morality. We'll see how many attend. Perhaps we can make use.
Squatch, your thoughts?
I don't even know what to make of this situation. Alysse asked me to come. I'm gonna come in and hide out in the corner, maybe. Just watch. Wouldn't be the first time I've just watched a gathering this week. Been jumping all over the city trying to get more information for Jacob and pseudo spying on the ambush for Mr. Moore and try not to divulge too much of what he's doing. Coterie interest, after all. More or less it. Been a very quiet week on my end.
One could say that that's a blessing sometimes. Dante.
This week has been taxing. Dealing with the ramblings of my big Nosferatu companion can try me at the best of times, though I found some common ground with him. It's not at all what I first thought. Only half as... No, that's considered rude. To learn to not do this. Given our encounter in this tunnel, though, I'm going to have to warn the coterie. I don't know if Ambush was too slow or he was too fast, or maybe Ambush didn't understand. Slight nod. We'll have to figure this out. What should have been a quick silencing of a problem is going to turn into big to-do, probably. Another Nos poking his nose into what we're doing, threatening to go to the Baron, threatening to collapse our tunnels, be a general nuisance. Not at all going as smoothly as I hoped. And as for this ritual that Alysse was promising, I'm hoping it's at least interesting and not just some boorish get-together. We'll see.
Ambush, your thoughts on the events of this week and this little get-together Alysse is putting together?
Jesus Christ, where the fuck do I start? Oh my god. This fucking guy got me sitting here digging this tunnel. Mostly by myself. He's just directing me on how to do shit, which I'm not unused to that. I'm more the type to be directed and not the director, so I'm, should be used to that kind of thing, but he's just got a way with how he talks, but I shouldn't hold that against the guy. Obviously, he's got some issue, maybe he just wasn't raised right, deep down under all that weird, creepy, spirit and, general Hakata bullshit. He's a decent guy, I've sort of stopped on my tunneling for a little bit. After the incident, I'm not too keen on going back down there, in case Captain Hook, or at least he'll have to be Captain Hook after this, decides to come back and, I don't know, enact vengeance or bring a gang of people. I don't know what other Nos do, really. At least the ones not a part of my particular ilk. As for, the orgy or party or whatever it's gonna be, I don't really understand. Really, didn't really care to. Not really a social gathering type, sitting down in a bar, sharing a cigar with a few of the boys, that's more my speed. That's where I like to be in sorts of these larger gatherings. I am not gonna be comfortable with the amount of drugs and naked individuals partaking in this. So I will go for support, but I will bounce and stay outside. That will be what I will do. I will sit outside. I will not participate. I'll maybe listen. I'll maybe peek my head in the door because of morbid curiosity every now and again. But other than that, you know, I think someone needs to look at the door. You know, someone needs to be out there in case someone gets an idea and tries to come up in there and start a problem. So I will sit happily by myself with a cigar and a cutter and pretend like everything's gonna be okay.
Indeed. An event like this needs a powerful bouncer, and you want to serve the part. So there we are. So Alice, your thoughts leading up to the event that you're hosting at the zombie?
Oh my god, I am so not ready for this. Jude Biddy, did you get that case of High Life in?
I took care of everything, Alice.
You say that now.
Well, I
Right.
took care of everything to do with the bar. You don't worry about that.
Okay, well, fix that pipe and drape over there, and stage is fine. DJ is. Have you talked to the DJ? Is the DJ all set up?
He's all set up. We prepared for this yesterday, after hours.
I just need this to go well. I told you my friends that are coming into town, and from across town are very important, and this matters a lot to me.
Trust me, the refreshments are in my hands, and we will be fine.
Are you going to be fine with less bar staff tonight?
So long as there's less people that I have to actually deal with, I'm okay being by myself. You did say that this was limited to, 20 people?
Limited to 20 people. Well, look, you're going to get the full pay of everyone who's not here, if that makes you feel any better. And look, there's no rush in keeping up with the tab. Everything's on the house tonight, right? So don't worry about anything. You just do countbacks at the end of the night, and everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Alice.
Everything's fine, you Biddy.
Everything's fine, Alice.
Who are you telling? I know.
I'm reassuring you, you don't seem to know.
I know. You're not telling me anything. Don't you have something to count?
She goes and walks off, kind of giving you a shrug.
Sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ. Latter-day Saints. Okay. What do I need to check? The apartment's locked. The place is... It's not clean, but it never is. The mattresses are down. They're not particularly clean, but the sheets are new. And the lights look good. Let me just go test the switch. Looks good. All right.
And even when the lights are on, it's very dim. Give us an idea of what it looks like out on the dance floor that you've set in front of us.
So, if you were to enter the regular club doors, normally you would enter into the whole space. There'd be the bouncer stand, ID check, all that business. Gone is that. Instead, there is a sectioned off curtain, couple of benches, some kind of like cubby deal, and a couple of racks of blood red robes. This area is well lit, but if you were to pass into the rest of the club, the most obvious first thing is the mountainous statue of Set. It is traditional. It looks fantastic. It is fake. As you well know, Alysse is a bit strapped for cash, so she did have to do a little bit of foam work. Obviously, she's had to do this early in their career. This is probably a leftover set piece from one of the early days of Ephemerance. Maybe she had to swap a head out to make it work.
Maybe it lost an ear from time to time.
Yeah, exactly. And she's, spent part of the week touching up the paint, right? But she's got the standard ornamentation built around it. She has it dressed with silks and beads, lettuce, and that peculiar knife that she's made use of previously in her own private ceremonies. The lights, what spotlights she's moved from the stage, are centered on the statue, and her own private statue is, of course, right in front of that. When she hits the switch, well, maybe I'll tell you later.
But otherwise, darkly lit, very comfortable for your eyes as a member of the Setites.
Is Jacob here currently?
He can be just walking in.
As Jacob steps into the room, he kind of glances around, taking in the surroundings, the dim lights, maybe squinting slightly as his eyes try to adjust to the dim light, trying to kind of force his eyes to work to kind of be able to see everything.
Mr. Levit, welcome to the celebrations.
Thank you very much. I see you have done some decorating, Mr.
Just a little. Nothing that can't be put back easily.
You seem stressed.
Extremely. Did you... I am chaste to ask, but... bring those party favors?
He just kind of smirks and looks at her. What do you think?
Well, if I recognize that gleam in your eye from earlier in the week, I don't think you'd give up the opportunity to hold one over on me.
Right you are. Dion should
Make
be
with the
making
goods.
a
I want to
delivery.
put them out on the platters. Sorry.
Dion should be making a delivery within the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Wow, that is accurate. Dion, you say?
Yes, a friend of mine.
Well,
You'll find I have many friends.
I trust that mightily, Mr. Levick. It's what I count on you for.
Is there anything else that I can do to assist in the smooth running of this gathering of yours?
Mr. Levick, you can make yourself at home. I was just going to offer to do something for you. Can I do something for you?
Not in this moment, but thank you.
Well, please make yourself comfortable. Hopefully, we'll see some guests soon. And would your friend Dion be joining us for the evening?
That is entirely up to him. I don't know what his plans are.
Well, invite him to stay if he wants.
Jacob, from what you understand, this is more like a dead drop.
Yep. Probably just drop him off at the back door and, like, hands free from there.
Mm-hmm. The usual fare when it comes to him delivering products for you.
Yep.
So Alice is gonna continue rummaging around, fussing over this and that, bothering Jude Biddy about who knows what.
Eventually, Jude will tell you, "Get the fuck out of my bar," to stop
As is
pestering her
appropriate.
for quit pestering her for at least an hour.
I think around that time she'll probably just sort of disappear up into her room.
Mm.
So she'll go up the stairs, and I think she'll just leave the door kind of open.
Mm.
And just sit down. And just, like, maybe just lay down. Not that closing your eyes in this form grants you any rest, but she's trying.
Fair enough. As time goes on, your guests, human and kindred alike, start filing in. An entourage of sorts following Ava as she walks into the place. Not terribly far behind is Marjani, as she's bringing a number of individuals herself. Your other coterie mates have begun to file in as well. As you peek out maybe the front door, you see that Ambush has left himself at the bouncer station. Kind of shielding his visage from the onlookers as they continue to file in, keeping his face a little hidden, keeping his coat collar turned up and kind of shrinking into a chair.
When Dante arrives, he'd probably go find Jacob.
You wouldn't have to look very far with Alice having gone upstairs for a moment. Jacob would have automatically slipped into hosting, welcoming people in, helping them to find comfort in the area. Just trying to assist in making sure that the night goes as smoothly as possible.
Mr. Levit,
Yes, how can I help you?
there's been some developments in my project. When you have time, I need to tell you about them. I do not want to interrupt you when you're in your finest form, though.
It's appreciated. We can step off to the side for a moment.
Okay.
Jacob would gesture for Mr. Blackwell to make his way towards a more secluded corner.
I'll step in and kind of just go and sit in the in the chair over on the side of the wall.
Jacob would join him. And when he sits, he clasps his hands together, looking relaxed.
I hate to worsen the demeanor tonight, but it is not good news. We were confronted and threatened by... I'm doing this all in hushed tones, of course. A Nosferatu named... Wait, what the hell was his name?
Dismal.
Dismal. I know we made so many jokes about the name. I couldn't remember the actual name. Dismal. Figured we could take care of the problem. I don't know if Bush was slow in the uptake or if this Nos is just that quick, but he ended up getting away.
Was this a cordial encounter or of another form?
One filled with threats and extortion, I believe, was the intended, it was very antagonistic. I thought to remove the problem before it became more, but ended up missing my mark where I went to grab. And instead of losing his sight and most of his functioning, only lost an arm.
And he escaped.
Yes, I was hoping that Ambush would have been able to grab him, but as I said, he was quick. It was a miscalculation on my part, maybe. I don't know where it went wrong, but since I will take responsibility for it.
Leave this with me. It is... He approached you with aggression. It could certainly be framed as you functioning in a form of self-defense. If the aggression was needless...
Threats were definitely given both ways.
Well, as happens when you have a situation full of hostility.
I'll kind of go through the conversation that we had so that Jacob has context of what he was threatening. Threatening to collapse tunnels that we were working on, threatening to try to get us on the Baron's bad side.
So your response was reasonable, considering that you are a new kindred within the city and have very little standing.
I believe so.
It is something that we can work with. Put it from your mind for the evening and enjoy the hard work that Alysse has set up.
Yes, I'm quite interested in this ritual. Though I don't think it's going to be anything that I'm used to. He's looking
don't think
around
it's
at
something-
everybody piling in and like all these mortals. They're going to should probably make myself scarce. I don't exactly put off good vibes, do they call them?
Dante, give yourself a moment to relax and enjoy. Mingle, for it is not just the regular folk here. You may find there are people here that share like minds with you. Take advantage of it. I certainly intend to.
I will go against my better judgment and follow your lead. Normally, it would not be against my judgment, but these are social matters, and everything in me is screaming to just go sit in the corner and watch people.
Just relax. Everything is exactly as it should be.
Dante's just gonna kind of cock his head a bit to the side and just, it sounds simple and you say it like that. We'll see if I can do it. And he'll go to get up.
Jacob stands with him, gives him a gentle pat on the shoulder, reassuring, before departing into the crowd.
As Dante's walking away, he's like, this is why I usually deal with dead.
And
he's going to...
Go
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, he's just going to start taking his advice and trying to relax and talk to people.
As more and more people start to filter in. A few interesting faces amongst them. Dante, you recognize one of them.
Oh.
Annie Tucci. Someone who has been following you for quite some time. The reason
Dante's just going to let out a heavy sigh.
The reason you know her is she is the sister to one Alfonso Tucci, who is gunning for the head of the branch of the family, quote-unquote, that you come from. Don Hernandez's old crew.
Why she is...
She hasn't spotted you yet.
I'm just going to pretend that I don't see her and just keep mingling. Deal with that bridge, or burn it, blow it up, bomb it from orbit, however I can deal with it when it comes to it.
Well, she's essentially untouchable. Because as soon as you do, you know for a fact that Tucci is going to send every single man that he has to hunt you down, as he loves his sister.
I apologize.
Which you know from past experience, she eventually finds you.
Oh, I wasn't talking that when the bombing from orbit. I'm talking about shutting down conversations, not killing them.
Ah,
As she is, I very much know that it would be a bad idea. Besides, that is something that Dante never agreed with. Take out the opponents. If it makes sense, maybe holding family members, but he never liked wiping out lineages. But if she sees him, Dante will just slowly start walking.
she hasn't spotted you yet, but
Oh.
maybe soon. Jacob, there's someone that you recognize too. Isabel Landry.
Yes, there is. And what is Miss Landry doing here?
Well,
Of
that's
all places.
a very good question. Do you want to confront her about it? Give us a little bit of an idea of who Miss Landry is to you.
Miss Landry. She is a pawn in my game. A beautiful, useful pawn. And she is so much fun to torment. I met her on the street. She almost got busted for dealing. Whilst also taking on her position as someone who entertains men for money. She is physically beautiful, but inside she is rotten to the core. And she tastes so sweet. I've been doing my best to keep her name away from the police and to keep her out of prison. And in return, when I show up, she gives me what I want, when I want it. I've never claimed to be a nice person. But Miss Landry, she brings out the worst in me.
As the night goes on, more and more start to filter in. One of which is Andy, Alice. Did you specifically invite him, or is he just showing up, as he did last time?
I believe this was their intended meeting time.
Mm.
If not their intended meeting place.
Mm.
Maybe she was hoping to get through this conversation earlier, and perhaps he didn't show up. Owing to her stress and anxiety, that he may yet show up now.
Has been known to happen.
He's not, and rock
Punctual.
stars are not often known for punctuality.
No, he is seriously not punctual at all.
He's not where you want him to be when you want him to be there.
Makes his own timetable. It's always it was the same when he was with you in Ephemerance.
You wonder why the band's not together anymore. But Alysse is going to appear now. At the top of the stairs, in a, for her, rather unusual manner of dress. So in the first place, she is wearing... Oh, real quick. Can I roust to heal?
For an aggravated health damage or superficial?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be 3 rouse checks, my friend.
What?
Yep, 3 rouse checks to heal 1 aggravated health damage.
What does that mean?
So you roll 3 times on your rouse
Okay.
check. Okay, so you'll increase your hunger by 2 and heal your aggravated damage.
Hachi machi.
What's your
Yeah,
hunger at
aggravated
right now?
knocks.
Oh no. It's at 3,
Okay,
so I'm at 5 now.
it was at 3 and you're now at 5.
Uh-huh.
Yep. You
That's
know that
great. We're happy about that.
So,
Do I know what?
you know that when you're this starving, even the scent of blood could cause you to frenzy. Now, retroactively, I will allow you also to make 1 hunting roll. If successful, you will be able to slake your hunger prior to this, and then you'd still be at
Lovely.
3 only.
Excellent.
But not successful, you would have to be here regardless.
Cool. I do get my
that
health
sucks.
back.
Yes, you do get your health back.
Okay, cool. How do I do a hunting roll?
There is the on the sheet there is the blood and XP. There is the predator roll. If you have that set up,
I've done this one time. There it is.
Plus any bonuses you would get from
if you have
a
any
specialty,
specialties to go with it, yeah, that would be your modifier.
Predator manipulation, persuasion. If I was doing my specialty, which is scene queen, could I add like beautiful to that?
Let's see. So specialties would be something like a specialty in persuasion, for instance.
Oh, okay.
So if you have a specialty in persuasion, you can add that as a +1. And then I will also allow you to use your beautiful, which would be make it a +2.
Nice. I'm sorry, I don't do this enough. What is a specialty in persuasion?
Looking at your sheet, it looks like you do not have one.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I know what you're saying. I don't have that. Thank you.
Okay, so it'll just be at a +1 for your looks.
Coming down the pipe. That is upsetting.
No, actually, that's a messy crit.
Yes, it is.
That is a messy crit for
What about a
7.
What about doing a reroll?
You cannot change your hunger dice.
Yay.
So both of those 10s are in your hunger dice. So you did messy crit on your feeding roll. We'll come to the consequences of it from that later on,
Nice.
as it may affect you during this scene. But
Great.
your hunger is only at 3 if you so desire it when you
I
rouse
would love that.
to heal. So
Yeah, I'd love that to kill everyone in this room.
yeah, let's not kill everybody in the room. You have
Because I
plenty.
walked into a church one time.
Yep, you have plenty of immortals here and plenty of vampires too. Some of which you know, some of which you don't.
Okay.
But as the last of your guests file in, the door is closed behind them.
So, Alice is wearing a black wig, thick, coarse hair, long, straight bangs, long, straight hair. She's wearing, generously, it can be called a robe, but it almost looks like a poncho. It is a kind of almost fine leather. It is some kind of a skin. And it runs down to tapers just past her waist. Not waist, thighs. She's carrying, it's a much smaller version of this scepter. It's a traditional was. It imitates the forked tail and head of Set. So at the bottom it has like a bident, and at the top it looks kind of like a shepherd's crook, which also goes straight up and out the other way. And when she comes in, she's obviously going to clock Ava and Marjani, her coterie mates.
The ones who are visible,
Can I
anyway.
safely exactly. Can I assume that the ones that are in the room and also she can see.
Mm-hmm.
Can I assume that she's got her hands on the party favors?
Yep, absolutely.
Fantastic. So she's going to go to Dante first. I forget, is this your first time at the zombie?
Would you have brought me here before? In any of the times that we've been together?
You and I got to the city at the same time, so we've spent the same 2 years here. It's entirely possible.
Yeah, I've probably met you here before.
Sure. Well, what do you think of the decorations?
Interesting. I'm probably the worst person that you could ask for these things, though.
I just love that dry wit of yours.
I'm
Well,
looking
anyhow,
forward to seeing what the night brings.
how's your vision in the dark?
He'll reach into his jacket and pull out a pair of sunglasses and put them on and turn his eyes on to see in the dark. Perfect.
How'd you like to see something extra?
Mr. Levick did say to relax, so I'm open to suggestions.
I'm so glad to hear you say that. It's a party, after all. She, produces a... Gosh, what would this look like? What is a fancy way to serve this? Oh, here we go. She has a brown glass vial. And it has a screw top with an eyedropper. And she takes the dropper off, and on what is a tiny, tiny serving tray, because it's just the dropper and some arranged pieces of... They look like tissue paper, basically. Or maybe barely heavier stock than tissue paper. She's going to drop a single half drop of this liquid onto the sheet, and then offer you the tray. All right, one finger right onto the tongue.
This should be a first. Dante would do it.
Hold on tight.
So now, both of you would know that if you are intending to ingest illicit substances, doing so directly yourself without the eat food merit will not grant you any of the effects. You would have to have your vessel imbibe, and you then feed off.
Guess what, Coffee?
What's that?
Look at my character sheet.
You have the eat food merit, don't you?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That's some good shit.
So Amber, if you would just DM me the substance in which you have
Oh, I'm
delighted...
going to be tripping balls. This is acid.
Trying not to be that, direct here on Twitch.
Oh, sorry.
TOS.
Oh,
Because
I didn't know that was it. Sorry. Sorry, my
You're
bad.
doing all right.
In-game.
You're fine.
In-game, everyone. Don't do drugs.
Yes, in game, no, drugs are a terrible idea.
They'll ruin your life.
I will look up the effects.
There was correct in school.
I will look up the effects of the substance here in a moment, but
Sure.
it'll take a little bit of time to take into effect. But you're welcome to go and mingle, as there are other members of this lovely party that have walked in the door that look to be as if they're drawing a little bit of a crowd.
Oh.
Maybe some who are having people just stop by and say hello. Others who maybe linger a bit longer.
Well, I would stop with Jacob before I went over there if I don't recognize them.
There's a lot of people here you don't recognize.
Fair enough.
Quite the turnout, Miss Drew.
I'm very impressed with your reach.
Drop the right word in the right spot, and you'd be amazed what you can reach.
My compliments to the chef, by the way.
Whatever do you mean?
She jingles the the vial on the silver platter.
Yes.
Shall we go pay a visit to our new guests?
I think that would be wise.
Right
He
behind?
offers her an arm.
Oh, indeed. She's gonna, like, put her hand up and out like this for him to do that. Does that make sense? She's taking the role of priestess here, so she has to, like...
Yep. He will go with it. He will work with it.
Amazing.
And he will walk alongside her. I'm assuming, first and foremost, to your ministry friends?
Makes sense. Ava first.
Yep. So he will walk her across to Ava.
Who also seems to be in conversation with one of the party members. Ava will take one.
Nice. Happy trails. Well, many more to see. Please make yourselves comfortable. The celebrations will commence shortly, and all mysteries will be revealed.
They each give you a nod
Oh.
before you start to walk off.
Marjani's next.
She's a little
Jacob
across
just
the room.
walks
Yeah.
inside.
Seems to have stopped nearby to a man. A man who is tall, broad, very muscular. Kind of has a bit of a closely cropped beard and a little bit of wild hair on top of his head.
Would this be Baron Jameson by chance?
It would. So far as you know.
Do you whisper that to me before we get there?
Yes.
Do I know the customary... Okay, look, I got a couple of points. I have a specialty in etiquette. Do I know how you're supposed to approach a baron?
So far as you know, Alice, there isn't any one set standard of rules when it comes to barons in general. But go ahead and make me a intelligence and etiquette, and
Refusal.
we'll see just how much you know about this particular city's etiquette.
Aha.
May I assist in that? I think I might have a dot in that. Give me one moment.
Goth culture does not apply here.
I also have dots in etiquette, if I can assist.
If she's asking you out loud. Are you asking him out loud, Alice?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then you can assist.
Well, I have one dot in etiquette otherwise.
No, you have two. I see two on your sheet.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so that would be the third dot. Heard, Jeff. I don't know how this game works. You know I don't know how anything works.
You're gonna roll etiquette and add your intelligence. Okay, so 2. Generally speaking, because there are no set rules in stone in regards to the baronies, when it comes to your previous experience with anarchs, you're not certain, but any amount of respect that you can offer someone in that position, as they're usually considered the quote-unquote coterie leader amongst anarchs, broadly, that in general, if you're nice, you'll probably start on the right foot.
So be Alice.
Yeah.
Okay. They approach just like they did with Ava. She's not going to say anything, just like with Ava. She's just going to wait until Jacob introduces.
So we've approached Baron Jameson, and who was the other person?
Marjani.
Ajani?
Yeah, Marjani's there.
Good evening. Thank you so much for attending. Miss Marjani, was it? And, of course, Baron Jameson. This is Miss Alysse Drew, the wonderful host of this evening.
Pleasure to meet you. You hear the gentleman say. And Marjani just gives you a hand to shake as well.
She places her hand in the Baron's hand. Same pose, but she actually like fully places it in, thumb locked. Still Barbie hands. We're still doing Barbie hands. She can't really like curtsy in the thing that she's wearing, or her ass will fall out. It's too early for that. But she is gonna do like just like a little shrug and a head, just a little head. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's about time, he says, a little gruffly. Was starting to wonder when it is that you'd come by for a visit.
Is he our Baron?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
My sincerest apologies.
Yeah, the news that I had some new people in the city reached my ears rather shortly after you'd arrived. Except you never came and introduced yourself, so, was waiting.
Consider this my apology.
I did attempt to get in contact with you through Mr. Mike Moore, but it seems that it hadn't gone through.
No,
My apologies for that.
I'm aware of, Mr. Levick.
No, Miss Alysse Drew, and of course there are a few others here tonight. I've also kind of gathered them together, and I had sought to make introduction. But it seems the message was not passed along.
Well, it could be that Mike hasn't met your other friends.
Well, he certainly met Ambush.
Yeah, I heard about him. From a couple people, actually. Haven't met him yet. Is that who was at the front door?
I do believe so, yes.
Well, maybe I'll come by and say hello.
It would be absolutely appreciated and welcomed.
I'm sure he's gonna need some company out front. He's a little scared of the festivities.
Well, some of these festivities are not my cup of tea either, so.
Thank you for attending nonetheless.
I figured
You
if
grace us with your presence.
there was a new group of kindred that have been coming in over the course of the last, I don't know, little bit, that eventually I'd meet you if I ran into you. So tiny little social faux pas.
I wasn't aware that this was a necessity.
Now, why? And how could you? San Antonio is a city of its own, with its own breadth and life about it.
Yes.
Remind me again, where is it? Where are you from? Maybe I can compare the two.
Oh, you know, I'm a traveler. I've been to various places. I sought to make San Antonio my new home.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but blue bloods don't travel.
Not usually, no. Not unless it's for business.
All right.
That being said, where I was previously did not meet my tastes, as it were.
Mm.
I'm hoping to find San Antonio much better suited.
Well, maybe Batista would be a little bit more privy to that.
Who can say? I do quite like my position within your domain, Baron Jameson. I find myself making a number of friends. I hope at some point you will be amongst them.
Well, we'll see. But since we're, mingling amongst ourselves, have you met Maria over there? He points over to a corner where another woman in red hair, although you can't really make out her features from here, is kind of standing with another black-haired girl standing nearby.
I can't say I've had the pleasure quite yet.
Go say hi.
I will be sure to. You have a wonderful evening. Please enjoy the festivities, Baron Jameson.
And you as well. Miss Drew.
Shall we, Alice?
I'm just gonna offer Marjani a cheeky little one of these before I go.
She'll take one and stick it in the pocket.
It doesn't work like that.
Oh, whatever.
It doesn't work like that. She doesn't want one. She doesn't want one.
No, you're not sure if she
Fine.
wants one.
You get one later through post contact.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye, Marjani says to you.
I guess we'll go where directed.
We were told what to do. We're gonna do what we were told. We walk over to Maria.
And the black-haired woman that she has with her?
Mm-hmm. Very beautiful.
We approach
Do-
the spice nest.
Do I know her? Or know of her, the black-haired woman?
That's gonna be.
Because I'm not sure which black-haired woman it is.
You do not know this black-haired woman. You've not met her.
Okay. Well, Jacob hasn't met either of the black-haired women in this place, but... Good evening, ladies.
Oh. Pardon me. Cute place you end up having here. The red-headed woman ends up here speaking softly. She's dressed in what would appear to be a relatively simple slit dress, one that ends up coming to more of a collar. Probably more interesting is a double chained necklace ending in a very simple crucifix around her neck. Her compatriot is adorned also as simply, though has no such religious markings upon them. You would end up noticing, however, if you're more astute, that she's incredibly beautiful. Almost perfectly symmetrical. Almost.
My name is Jacob Levick, and this here is Miss Alysse Drew, the host of this evening.
Ooh. Well, ain't that just dandy? And you're the one who ended up extending Jameson the invitation, then, I suppose.
Of course.
Thank you for inviting us.
Cole, I appreciate it, but in good time. We end up coming out to this outing specifically to end up acquiescing to the request that ended up happening for our Baron's sake. Funny thing, I usually like to end up being in the know of little places, but not gonna lie, this establishment and the promise of festivities, I end up wondering if that's really what we're really going to involve ourselves in. Would you be able to end up telling me a little bit about it? Alice. Yeah, you strike me as the type that uses first names.
Why aren't you cute as a country button?
And as vicious as the alley cat.
I take that to be true.
Now, I overheard you said, from what I end up understanding, that would make you,
Alice sticks her hand out gleefully with a tremendous smile on her face. She says, Miss Maria, that is something you and I can deeply agree upon. My music career has seen me on either side of the table with too many lawyers. Mr. Levit, please do not take this personally, but parasites, all of them. Present company excluded.
Oh no, you've got me nailed to rights.
Would never dream of nailing you to anything, sir. Not
She just
without
looks-
implicit consent.
She just looks, it leaves you hanging.
I want to
It-
pop you in the forehead for it.
do you?
Of course not.
She looks at your hand and looks back to you.
Barbie
It's
hand.
And you can see that the back of her brain's contemplating an action and seems to decide against it. Well, he was cold but a man of vision. He earned a great deal of respect from me, so I will allow that to slide. Because, honey, I gotta tell you, there's nothing worse than empty platitudes and promising of darkness. I'm very familiar with it. More so than most, in fact. So, I gotta wonder. Am I dancing with the devil or are you right now? Still,
Perhaps we all are in one way or another.
I look forward to the festivities nevertheless. Though I am impressed on one thing. That somehow you managed to end up getting the 3 biggest wigs in one single place. She looks around and like something just caught her attention for a brief moment. Then back to you.
You notice Nicole goes and looks in the same direction too.
So I gotta end up asking myself, there must be something very impressive about this little group of unknowns operating the zombie. But more than anything, I'm just here to end up asking you all to respect the boundaries. There's a little church out that way. Keep clear of it. Do that. Won't be any problems. Given the fact that we're all in Jameson's neck of the woods and he doesn't like to end up having ripples in the water, I thought it was only fair. Because you knew. And I am hoping that nothing bad happens.
To the exact opposite, Miss Higgs. Should you wish to drop by and say hello to us, we are, of course, in the domain on this end of the city. Please feel free to drop by at any point should you need something. We're always looking for new friends.
And programmed to receive.
Programmed to receive. And what would you have on offer outside of little packets of the universe down next door? Your
Jacob
little
is actually
tasters, if I recall.
Jacob is actually going to reach into his pocket and he's going to withdraw a card and offer it to Maria. Business card.
And Nicole will take it. As though on reflex.
Yep, and she stuffs it in a pocket somewhere.
Should you need anything, Miss Higgs, please, feel free.
I don't think you're capable of delivering. Wide as your reach and impressive as it may be, I don't think what you have on offer is what I'm looking for.
Maria's sitting, right?
No, she's standing.
Oh, she's standing. Okay, well that.
Oh no, if you have something in mind, I don't mind that.
It's fine. Standing's fine. I was gonna Alice a bit.
So you end up talking about old ways. Something about shin skin being incompatible with the new.
Not incompatible. Miss Maria. I respect you. And in a city, in a lifestyle, where individualism, if that's the word, reigns supreme. Do you remember how to toe the line? Row the same direction? You'll find that the new breed of Setite does just that. I've aligned myself behind Mr. Levit. I've pushed in the direction that I do push. I am building my flock. And indeed, the New Testament was set upon this very notion. Our place is at the wheel, not upon it.
That must make this a very interesting occasion. Is I was under the impression that you were blue blood. She gestures to Jacob. I didn't figure you for a Setite.
Me personally, no, I am not a Setite. You are correct in me being a Ventrue. Something that I try not to make too prominent. Run into quite a many that are not comfortable with my clan in the city.
With good reason.
As I've heard. That being said, I am simply trying to make my life. Or what remains of it.
Yeah. Maybe.
And is Baron Jameson a Setite?
Baron Jameson is a man at war.
Is the Baroness von Zelda? Von Velda? Von Listen, it's a German name. It's hard. Y'all. Forgive me.
My
I've already
apologies. You
pitched
said
into the vial.
Baron Jameson is at war.
Thought it was obvious.
If he's at war, why is he in my bar?
You are aware there's, well, you know, back in the stuff like the Cuban Missile Crisis, no shots fired, a lot of position, a lot of maneuvering. It's not a matter of what you do during the battle, it's what you do before. That man will be smiles and all kinds of gumption. But at the end of it, he's at war. Even when he's got to end up looking at an enemy commander across the field, his preparation at all times, every single moment. You got some in the front, ready to lead a charge. You got some with the big plan. You got some who are ready to end up equipping the troops, one way or another. Gauging. Because when it all goes down, and eventually it will, after all, we live forever, and forever is a very long time for nothing to happen. When it goes down, it helps to be able to end up knowing exactly who you're shooting at.
Indeed it does.
Now to you, have a moment of celebration. You get to show me what you're bringing to the table. But I'm not like the others where they'll end up pretending to end up being your friend. I do not end up sharing that notion. I just want to be left alone. Keep to my little neck of the woods and keep me out of it. I was requested here, and so I ended up arriving. I'm being polite, near as I can understand the notion anymore. But I can already see it. Let's just hope that your flock is all filled up and beautifully passive. Would hate to end up having something happen. Because I can guarantee you, eyes always go to the newcomers. Because somebody disrupted the status quo. 9 times out of 10, you can guess who that is.
Miss Higgs, are you accusing us of something?
See a blue blood and snake currently here going side by side, and I am suddenly reminded of Genesis. Fun thing. After all, forbidden fruit tastes sweetest, right? Seems to be something the Setite might appreciate. And if I'm being honest, I haven't run into many Setites with a lot of, shall we politely say, impulse control. Restraint isn't exactly high on the priority list. I should know, she gestures to the two you already know. I have to end up contending with them often enough.
And what do you know of my clan, Miss Higgs?
I know that if anybody's going to take it, it's going to end up coming down between Jameson, who's already preparing, and Batista. See, those two operate on the other two. See, Altenberg, she don't operate like that. She's playing a completely different game. But if two are going down, her leaning's going to end up making a very interesting, well, tipping of the scales. That's really the only reason this hasn't turned into a whole out-and-out fight at this point.
You see
All this-
reason for a fight.
There's always reason for a fight. We just pray to end up hoping that it doesn't show up at our doorstep.
Miss Higgs, you seem like a very lonely person.
Oh, me and Nikki, it can get by.
Mm-hmm.
We keep each other company.
I'm glad for that.
As far as lonely, never entered my mind. After your service, show me what you're about, Miss Drew. Maybe then we'll end up in discussing notions of faith and dogma. Fascinating subject, really. You were, however, asking for... You were here complimenting me on this little thing. She gestures to the cross, and she picks it up and lifts it towards you, offering for you to take a closer look.
Jacob leans in with no hesitation. He even reaches out to gently touch it and flip it over in his hand.
It is soft and pure silver.
Truly a spectacular piece of craftsmanship.
Best of things is simple. What about you, Alice? What do you think?
It's very nice.
She gestures it to you. Go ahead.
I kissed the ring.
So you physically touch it?
I fucking guess so. Coffee, does this hurt me?
I don't know. Do you have a silver bane?
No! I have the other one. Yay.
Oh, you have a holy symbols bane, don't you?
But oh no, that's gonna hurt me.
Let's see.
Derek.
You have to spend.
That's funny being a Setite, so devout with a holy symbols bane.
I know, it's funny, right?
You.
It's funny as hell.
Oh,
must-
fuck.
You must spend a willpower in order to be able to touch it. Otherwise, you recoil.
Let's spend a willpower. You guys.
So it's very clear that Alice is struggling near this. Do I understand
She's
that correctly?
uncomfortable.
He's hiding it well.
That would be
Well, let's
a
see.
manipulation subterfuge, yeah.
Would that
He's
not
in
be a composure
pre-show.
subterfuge?
Oh yeah, composure.
He's on her shit.
Yeah, composure subterfuge is more appropriate.
I would actually like to pay attention to this too, because that's interesting.
Yep, so Maria and Jacob make insight checks. What's insight?
You bastards. So am I getting manipulation or
Composure.
What if she's trying really hard?
I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Can I have
Oh,
a
willpower.
reroll of 1?
Yes, Alice, you can reroll 1.
I can
And
reroll 3.
Was that awareness or insight that you rolled, Derek?
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Insight. It was what
Yep,
I was
need a
supposed to be
wince
rolling.
insight.
So.
Yeah.
I'm stuck at 4.
Sorry, force a
bless,
habit.
Maria's got 6 to roll?
No,
To
she
hell with you.
she rolled the wrong dice pool.
That's a different one.
5,
So,
but
4.
with the reroll, I would have ended up making 5 total.
5 total. Okay.
Hell with you.
So yeah, Maria.
So you see she's shaking a little bit.
Maria, you do
Jeez.
catch that she
She's
hesitates
trying.
for a brief half a second, but then continues on.
She did
And
hesitate.
as soon as that is noticed, she clasps her hand completely over it.
It's fine.
I'm glad you appreciate it.
She looks at you with the most... Ready for this? The most wounded doe eyes. She gives you exactly what you want. She knows that you're looking for a victim. She even wells a tear up. Can they cry? Can she cry? Can
Bloody
we cry?
tears.
Is it blood tears?
Yes, it is.
All
Guess
fluids
what it
are
is.
blood.
Then guess what it is? It's true blood, baby. Blood tear. She squeezes a little blood tear out. And she withers below you. Knees half buckling. Bowing to your total control.
Jacob just kind of glances over at her, kind of half holding her up, and raises a brow at her.
Don't question what I'm doing.
Maybe we should move on, my love.
Yeah. I think it's about time we get some air. After all, give her some time to end up... As she clasps the crucifix back over her neck. To end up settling. After all, she's got festivities to end up putting on offer. Looking forward to the event.
Please enjoy the evening, Miss Higgs.
She falls into Jacob's arm.
And with that, I end up walking with Nicole out for some night air. Maybe an encounter with a bouncer.
Mm-hmm. I think that is a good place for us to encounter a bouncer. Ambush. It looks as
Yep.
if a couple of the guests are getting ready to leave, almost.
Do you need me to roll a frenzy check for the cigar?
If it's lit.
Fuck. All right. Well.
Or I'll allow you to spend a willpower. Aggravated willpower.
Aggravated willpower.
Or roll your frenzy check. Your choice.
Yeah, with my luck, I'll take the ag willpower.
Okay. You can power through smoking a cigar for the scene.
Alright. You guys, you exit out of this event, and in like this like folded out chair with a table, he's got like a checklist in front of him. You know, sort of like a list of factors and things to look out for when letting people in. Of course, he's trying to do this somewhat officially. Maybe not the best at his job, but he's doing his best to be a bouncer. He's got a cigar in between two of his fingers because his hands are like huge, that he can like almost smoke it like a cigarette. And he, as he takes a puff, he looks over at the two of you exiting. He's sort of dressed in a this guy has collar flipped up, kind of like one of those like flasher jackets, like big trench coats, maybe like a black turtleneck underneath, hat, bowler hat kind of going on. He just looks over, he's like, that ain't your kind of shindig either, huh?
Not particularly. I'm just trying to ascertain the situation. Got invited here at Big J's request.
Big J. It's sort of social thing, ain't really for me. That's why I volunteered myself to sit out here and just monitor until, you know, maybe shit will hit the fan or something. I don't know exactly how these sorts of things normally play out, so.
Well, depends on who you ask. Now, is your face visible? I know you're trying to hide it, obfuscate it from people who just catch a glance, but we're a little closer than that. So, is it possible to see your face at this point?
You would be able to probably see like the lower half of his face. He does sort of have his hat kind of down, trying to block his eyes, but you'd be able to see his lower half. His face is pretty fucked. It looks like he's a burn victim potentially. Like, kind of ironic that he's. Does what hurt?
That. She gestures.
No. Every fucking day of my life.
Do you believe in miracles?
Used to. I had a bit of a upbringing, you know, went to Catholic school, all that fun shit. So at some point, yeah, I did believe in miracles. Still kind of do. Definitely not as devout as I used to be, though. Or were you saying, Coffee?
Oh, the girl, the black-haired girl, just says, "I believe in miracles." And Ambush, she is gorgeous. Almost perfect. Like, prettier than cover perfect.
Oh, I wouldn't overstep that line. Ambush would, if that thought was a physical thing, he'd punch it.
You can't deny it.
Can't deny it, doesn't mean I gotta like it.
You don't have to like it, you can't deny it.
What's your name?
Just as like a quick aside, Coffee, would I know that most of the people coming here would be of the knightly sort?
You would know that predominantly what you've seen are mortals.
Okay.
Because aside from those who are on the board, the rest are mortals, and there are probably 20, 30 people here, aside from those on the screen.
Howard Murphy.
Howard, I'd like to do something for you. Just because I know this isn't your dig, and it's gotta be hard when you end up feeling like you're always on the outside of things. Always feeling like the piece that doesn't fit. I guess that's what it must be like. Otherwise you'd be in there, imbibing, enjoying yourself. Instead you stay out here, right?
Yeah, a face like this doesn't exactly get you a whole lot, you know.
She takes off her cross and gently, if you permit, takes your hand.
She'll allow
But-
it. His hand definitely dwarfs hers by quite a bit.
Oh, absolutely. I imagine like her hand can probably hold like 2 fingers.
Yeah,
Like
he's
even then
big.
she can't wrap it all the way around, right?
He's got like
Let's see.
giant sausages.
Yeah, but he'll allow her to take his hand.
And she places it in her hip, in his hand, and just kind of observes him for a second.
Ice cold.
But no reaction, no wincing, no burning, no nothing.
Nope.
She reaches her hand up to you, and you start to hear her whispering under her name. For a brief moment, it sounds like she's saying the Lord's Prayer. And then for a brief moment, she stops, looks up at you. What did you look like before?
He'll pause. Almost as if he's even. Oh. Well, if you ever saw the movie The Godfather, it looked like one of that guy's little cronies. You know, Italian guy in high school, you know, sort of a athletic sort, you know. Probably looked like I could have been on the cover of some teen magazine back in my day, you know. But
I think I got the picture. And she grabs your other hand and puts it in the other. So now you are holding on to that cross, and she brings your hands close to your chest. And she softly slides her hands up to your face. And she starts to pray. I would like to roll. Make a roll at this point.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh god.
And I am willing to willpower this if necessary.
Okay.
What in the world is going on here? Oh,
That is
Oh,
that is a
no!
critical on 6.
Oh no!
For a brief moment, for a brief moment, you might be at calm. And then you hear prayers, and at first it feels uncomfortable, unnatural, but then all of a sudden you feel pain. And you might feel the need to push back, but then you realize your fingers, the bones are fused together. Your own fingers are handcuffs. Your thumbs are a part of your collarbone. As you might want to bite, but your jaw won't open. Your teeth have been forced and fused like two pieces of silly putty mashed together. Her hands weave under your skin and are underneath, shifting and twisting before you end up hearing through a haze of pain, "Hey, man." And your eyes open and your hands are free. Everything's like you were never bound, except for a tiny cross that is currently hanging in your palm. And full of ash to ashes and dust to dust, we will return and will be made again. And this we end up giving their praise to you, O Lord.
You see, Maria, that Nicole crosses herself and says amen.
Amen.
Ambush's jaw drops, like almost to the floor.
And while it may not be your face, well, you might even not know it's your face, but you realize your hands are different. They're not withered and rough. They're smooth. Still big, but smooth. Like you've never pulled a wrench or lifted a brick in your life.
What in the... He looks down at his hands and he's just like, oh. Holy shit, miracles are real.
Miracles. What did what?
How? How? Just how?
She's a miracle worker. She's an angel.
And he whips out his phone to try to get like a reflection of his face.
It's probably not the face you had, as there was no point of reference, but you definitely have more of a movie star quality look. A little bit rugged, but looked like somebody who could have been easily cast in Goodfellas.
I was told this was gonna be a permanent thing and that nothing would change it. This is wow.
I can't promise it'll stay. But that's not the point. The point is at least for now, you don't have to live with that. At least now you have the ability to be you, as you want the world to see, and as you want to believe. The Lord puts us in... Don't thank me. It was him who ended up putting us in contact together.
he'll. Now I would believe at this point, OST of mine, that now I definitely know that this is not a this is not a mortal woman.
Nope. Absolutely not. She's an angel for all you know.
An angel. Hey, look, and I shouldn't lie to angels, so you know. My friends here actually call me Ambush, so I mean, if we start running into each other again, maybe you should, you know, start calling me that. He does a cross over his chest and looks up, and he's like, I need to start reading the fucking Bible again. I can only go through Isaiah from back to front. I don't know if I could do all the others, but...
Your relationship with him is between you and him. I think in the world that we occupy, it's so easy to fall into cynicism or spite. Reality is that we're tested. Just like when you were breathing. Your cold skin gave you away. But in a moment of trust, he rewarded you. A small step of faith was rewarded. More than your face, you were given a chance to be reminded miracles can happen.
Maybe I should keep relying on my trust then, because in this world, you know, trusting people's really all I got left, you know. It's sort of this whole flights to the fucking sky.
We're not people. But if you're ever curious, look to him. Not in public displays, like you and I are doing. In private. This whole situation inside is supposed to be a test of a show of faith. But something, through some series of events, brought you and I together this night. Two outsiders. Finding each other. One of faith and one whose faith was waning as far as you've expressed to me. And now you got an opportunity. Whether you go inside or not, that's up to you. Maybe you'll just stare at your own visage as a point of vanity. Or maybe you'll recognize you got a once in an after lifetime opportunity. It's another test. One I pray that you will end up passing with flying colors.
Well, vanity has only ever got me, you know, into some deep shit. So maybe I should hang out and at least try to do the socializing thing. That's probably a good idea.
I
Thank you,
suppose I
Angel.
just look over you. Just because we call ourselves damned, well, that was the default beforehand, now wasn't it? So, suddenly dying didn't change much, except giving us more time to really understand that notion.
Yeah. Besides, just because we are damned doesn't mean that everyone else around us has to be.
That doesn't mean you have to be either. That's the hard part. To know when it is that bit of predator needs to come out. And when it is that you are what he made you to be. And recognize and rejoice that you are still a part of his design. That's the tough part. That's the real test. Oh, Howard. So be Howard for a night. And let Ambush rest for a moment. I don't know if it's gonna stay. I've run into situations where it hasn't stuck. I've run into other situations where it was permanent. Either way, don't cling to it. Just rejoice that it happened at all.
He'll nod. He'll stand up, fold the chair that he had been sitting in, and fold the table. Sort of prop it up against the outside of the bar. Even if it does, happen to go away, I think the one night will be worth it. Everything's worth it if you put your mind to it.
And I'll re-enter. Allow, unless there's somebody else who is going to end up crossing my path, I don't want to interrupt the services for too long.
So, does everyone enter back in? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Maria, will you walk in? Nicole has clung herself to your arm.
So, given the general, now that I've actually entered in this place, do I see anyone I recognize in here? I mean, I assumed I would have saw most of them enter in, but was there someone I looked over and just didn't really catch on my first glance?
Maybe at a second glance you see Annie.
Oh, fuck.
Who seems to be mingling with a number of other mortals, it looks like. A bunch of people you don't recognize.
The moment that he sees her, something clicks in his brain that he completely forgot to mention, and he starts to look around for Dante.
He's not terribly hard to find. He is in a corner.
And he is booking it towards this man. Like power walk, Maybe dancing along the way, trying to make it look like he's not just fucking going in for this guy, but
Oh, Coffee, please make a performance check.
It would be a very bad performance check.
Yep.
He would be like old man dancing.
Make a performance check then. I want to see this.
Like Dex performance, maybe. Try to see if he got the move. You don't want to see if he got the motion in the ocean still with the Dex.
You're trying to impress. You're not trying to like
one.
All of one. You, my friend, are
Yeah?
trying the sprinkler on a song where it doesn't look like it fits. As you're walking by, kind of spinning a little bit as you're walking, you make the sprinkler motion, and every single person on the dance floor just looks at you like you are a fucking lunatic.
And I am. Arguably, they would be correct. I mean,
arguably they would be, but you know what? You're not concerned with that right now. You're heading over to Dante.
No.
Thank you for being at the same place I am, Derek. Sorry.
Hey, you. We gotta talk.
Okay. Wait. Do I notice that he, like...
Absolutely, you notice that someone wearing Ambush's clothing, about as big as Ambush, has come up to you as if they know you.
Who the fuck are you?
Look, we don't have
And
time.
why did you take his clothes?
Wait, sorry.
Oh god,
look.
he's naked somewhere.
No. If I was naked anywhere, it would be up there, and I would be letting it hang out for everyone to see.
No, please don't do that. It's such a nice party, and nobody needs to see something that lumpy and wrinkly.
That's fucking great. Every time I even fleck, okay, you know what? Fuck you, man. You know what?
No,
Fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Fuck you and your shitty car. And your shitty car. And your smelly seats. And your face that could use enough makeup to kill a whore. And everything else.
What did I do? Look.
You're getting looks from just about everyone on the dance floor at this point.
Alright, so. Look, I'm gonna. Look, and he's like, if you didn't guess it, from all of the insults, it's me, you dumbass. All right, look.
I don't understand why. Is this because of the... I mean, I've been seeing shit.
Look, it's a long story short. An angel came up to me and did her like magical work thing.
Me too. It came on this little strip of paper.
But I saw someone here tonight, and that made me sort of remind myself. It sort of reminded myself that there's gonna be a little issue with maybe a plan that you're gonna have.
You hear footsteps start approaching you.
Oh, fuck. I try to drag him. Oh, like drag him away.
Wait! She calls
Hold on. Give me a sec. I gotta take this man. So I'll be like, I swear to God, I'll be like 5 minutes.
No. I know him.
I know him too, but like, you gotta wait in line, okay? Like, if you wanna like suck his dick, you gotta wait in line. I gotta go take him, and you know, I know that's not what you.
First.
I know that's not actually what you're here to do, but just let me take my, Dante,
are you
narcissistic
okay?
friend.
Think so.
God, it's been forever since I've seen you.
What are you doing?
Joining a party. What are you doing here?
I think having too much of they call a good time. He's just going to, you're going to see him kind of just looking around.
And the person that
did
you
you
see,
drink?
Dante, is Annie Tucci.
Oh God. Oh no, he drunk the punch.
Were they serving punch?
I don't think it was lunch.
I know the owner, you know, pre-gaming probably. I wouldn't be surprised. I sat out for most of it because I don't partake in that fun stuff. I didn't think he would either, but apparently he's more adventurous than I am.
Well, you're a party
I was
pooper
told
then.
to relax and have a good time.
Look, I bounced out front for a little bit. All right, me and this other guy took shifts. He looked terrible. He got like burns all over him and everything.
Oh, yeah. Guy who had basically his face in the table.
Yeah, I feel bad for that guy, you know. It was weird because they asked us to wear the same thing for some reason, but, you know. I guess it's like an outfit. To be fair, we were advertised as the Boulder Brothers, so I guess it makes sense, you know. You take me and my older brother here, and, you know.
Well, if you're looking to have a good time, then, you know, I'm here to do that too.
I will happily hand him to you after I'm done talking to him. I will give him right to you. I will push him into your arms and make sure he doesn't let go for a while.
Fine. Come find me at the bar, Dante.
Dante's just going to get a worried look and say, "Okay."
You have fun with that. I don't give a shit what the hell's going on there. I don't personally approve of it. I think she's way too young for you. But
That's not going to happen.
and that's not my problem. I already promised to push you to her. So, that's gonna have to be something, you know.
For once in your life, stop talking, and Dante's just going to walk over to the corner.
Alright.
And Annie's gone and walked over to the bar and ordered herself a drink.
I'm going to go back and sit in my corner, put my glasses back down.
There's gonna be a little bit of a problem with your plan.
Oh?
I think that you need to play the long game. Because if you don't, you're gonna get killed. And that's speaking from personal experience as someone who's been butt buddies with the competition.
Speak plain.
What'd you say?
Speak plainly.
I am speaking as plainly as I could possibly tell you. I'm telling you, just do not aim for the top immediately. Slowly climb your way up.
That's how things are done.
Yes, but I'm afraid that you're gonna go a little quicker than you realize, given that our group tends to have a tendency of growing overboard. A la Mr. Hook. So, we can get you in there. That's as far as I'm gonna take you.
You have specific concerns. Lay them out.
I need you to wait until all of your competition gets old. That is your best plan. My great insert an amount of greats here equal to Warsey taught me, and he says grandfather, by the way. He doesn't say, sorry, he says grandfather. Taught me that patience was a virtue. And with what you're wanting to do here, I don't want you starting something you can't finish because your competition is ruthless. And so I think that you should wait, start as the bottom man on the peg, and like I said, just wait till everybody ages out. You know, climb your ladder that way. And I think that your plan is going to be fine. I know it's not what you wanted. I know that you were wanting something a little faster. But before things get to a point where I have to start taking sides, I need you to be careful. Okay?
Things are going to progress how they do. I'm going to take things as slowly as I can. There are
Okay.
timetables. There are plans already in motion.
And I hope this timetable takes you a few decades because you'll be waiting for a little bit.
That doesn't happen just because you wish it. Without more information,
I am asking you not only as a member of our group, but as your friend, to take this as slowly as you possibly can.
I will take it as slowly as I can, but I cannot wait decades.
Given a lot of work, you might not have to, but there's gonna come a time where I might have to step in, and I'm not trying to do that. I don't want to rain in your parade. In fact, I want to see your parade succeed. I want to see it go down Times Square, make a lap. Hell, make a few laps for all I care. Get the percussion in there, get the drums going, bass drums, as loud as they can be, trumpets, trombones, everything. But I need you to be patient, like we have been taught from day one. Or at least I've been taught from day one.
Keep saying this without telling me the underlying cause and what you really need. If you're saying that the time will come where you have to choose loyalties, that is on you. You know the family that I come from and that we value loyalty above all else. You have to decide your own.
And I have my loyalty, which should be something that you respect because I'm sitting here trying to stick to it while protecting your ass.
We'll burn that bridge when we come to it then.
I want you to look over at that bar. That girl you just sort of completely ignored.
I know exactly who she is.
Do you know who she's related to?
I told you who my sire was.
I need you to answer the fucking question, Dante. Do you know who she's related to?
If you would stop interrupting. The fact that you can't infer that I would know exactly who she's related to, given who raised me, taught me, and sent me out to expand his domain, that someone a part of his organization that's relaying is probably the top contender in the area that I'm going to have to deal with at some point.
And I'm wanting you to wait until he's old and gray. Or at least until he cannot stand on his own anymore. And you can swoop in as his savior, and then he'll want to give everything to you.
I don't know if it's going to play out like that. I doubt it.
I can help you get your foot in the door. But when the sand washes up on the beach, I don't want to have to do things I don't want to do. So again, I ask you, I beg of you even, I will take as many favors from you as it takes to wait until that man is old and gray, or at least until some other schmuck deals with him. As I can't get to it in time before you trot your pretty little ass on that golden throne, okay? Or I guess it would be black in this case, because you're all you, so...
I will do what I can. But as I told you, decades we do not have. What we have to set up here, we have to do before things into fruition.
What you have can wait. What we are here to do cannot. There's a strict difference.
No, there isn't.
And I'm afraid you weren't taught better by the people that came before you. As someone who had family matters in it, I thought you would have learned from the people whose blood runs within your veins.
Saying that means that you know nothing of the blood that runs through my veins. Because had it been him in my place, Uchi would be dead already, and the clans would be united. Or not the clans, the families would be united. The Don was much more ruthless and vicious than I am.
But guess
I at
who
least
didn't
have some humanity.
But guess who didn't come to bat? And so now we're in this situation. Dante, I like you. I do. I think that even though you've hurt my feelings a few times, all right, because
Which is unintentional, I assure you.
I know it is. Just please do not put me in that position.
The thing that bothers me the most is that you assume that I'm going to try to take this man out or something and force you to defend him.
I'm not worried about what you're gonna do. I'm worried about what he's gonna do.
If he does something, that's on him. He
That
will
is
get the
true.
repercussions that he deserves.
Part of why I'm sitting in front of you right now is because of him. I owe a lot to that man.
Then instead of trying to flag me away or stop me, you could be helping me think of ways that we could make this work peacefully and amicably. Bring everybody together.
I don't know if you've noticed, but peace and amicable aren't exactly words in my dictionary. That would,
you
I
should
think,
read your
be...
dictionary a little more often. Expand your horizons than Ambush.
If you're looking for someone to help you with peace talks, that would be the man in the suit. Not the man in the bowler's hat. You never trust a man with the bowler's hat.
I don't need peace talks, I need allies.
And allyships can be made, but sometimes knees are not going to want to bend.
I don't need people kneeling. I just need them to follow behind. They don't need to kiss the ring, bow and curtsy. That is just platitudes and niceties that are meaningless to me. I care about who they are and what they do, what they stand for, and who they'll follow.
And I hope you come to learn that he's a really good guy. And I'm hoping, and I want to believe that this whole peace thing is going to work. I really do. And I hope that it does. For my sake, for your sake, for his sake. Motions over to his sister, especially for her sake. Now, you're gonna get up and you're gonna go talk to her because I told her that you would. And instead of us sitting here, granted I brought it up, so I'll take fault for that, wondering and worrying about the future, let's just live in the now. I got a face. You've got someone interested in you, which is something I never thought would happen. So let's go for it.
Okay.
You're gonna go for it. Yeah, you're actually gonna you're gonna attempt to go pick up a lay. Oh fuck! Oh shit! Round everybody! I just fucking
I don't know about that.
too late. I already called for him.
And Dante's just going to kind of look at Ambush.
He's kind of hot.
You know, I can't tell if I prefer you this way or just because I'm used to wrinkles and stuff. This is awkward. And he's just going to walk away.
Are you headed toward the bar?
I'm heading towards the bar.
All right. Well, I think that's a good place for us to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will see what the rest of this night holds. So, be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everyone, to San Antonio by Night's Blood Gambit. Where we had left off, the party was off to a good start, mingling and introductions and the flicking of a cat off the damn desk. And now it's time for the pinnacle moment of the ceremony. So Alysse, guide us.
Hi, y'all. We gather on this night of darkness and loss, on the height of conflict between Seth Ball, Suti, Dua, he who orders the riot, Dua, the Lord of the Storm. And when she calls out Dua, aspirants through the crowd cry out Dua with her. Welcome to you, visitors, in our enclave, and greetings here on the celebration of the lowest night of the contendings. And what few lights remain on, spotlit on the mock statue of Set, cut with a chunk. In myth, we're told that the battles between Dua, the beautiful child of Ra, and his nephew, Horus, as their battles reached a fevered pitch, his manhood was stolen. Dua, he who was in the first. But our Red Lord returned the favor, tearing out one of Horus' eyes, darkening the moon. And in tearing it into pieces, delivered unto Ben the earth, the phasing of the moon. Dua, the perfect God. Dua, the Lord of the Oasis. And so in his name, Sutig, we plunge ourselves into darkness. And so take up his mantle. A few of the spotlights turn back on. Alysse has moved in pure and utter darkness to stand in front of Set. And above her head, she holds a clay vessel, smeared with blood, written upon it, if you can make it out, is a name. 4 letters, Andy. From out of the crowd, aspirants appear, dressed in robes of red, with gold cords around their necks. They approach, each of them with clay vessels of their own. Each vessel is different, oddly misshapen, different sizes, different forms, all appeared to have been made with oven bake, dry bake, or kiln fired clay. We take up his mantle, dashing the spirit of Apep, the manifestation of imminent death and chaos that apocalypse would destroy, even Ra without our Lord. Dua, who roars words. Dua, the enraged one. She crashes the pot on the ground before the statue of Set. And her aspirants, one by one, crash theirs too. The shards of clay, revealing within them sand, ash, metal bearings, iron filings, seemingly random detritus. Surely the sort of things precious to the Church of Set. Set teaches liberation, brings it to our hearts. Faith not without, but within. Through what we are given by him. Dua, Lord of the millions. Dua, he with outstretched stride. And in his place, before he is returned at the bow of the bark, to defend Ra and defend the natural order, we act in his stead. Dua, who fells enemies at the bow of the bark. Dua, he with the strong arm. The lights go off one more time. From somewhere in the room, somewhere else, Alysse says, "Now go, celebrants. Wives of Set, make yourselves available, and all make yourselves liberal upon the cool waters of one another's oases." And the music returns, and the lights do not. And among yourselves, you feel touch, you feel warmth, you feel connection, you feel motion. And in very little time, a sea of people begin to do what a sea of people do. Especially when liberated by, how do they put it for ministry, Coffee? Temptations?
Temptation, yep.
And temptations aplenty.
Alysse, do you go to find Andy?
She does. She knows where he is.
In the dark, I'm sure you see better than most of your comrades.
Unquestionably. She whispers in his ear. I know what you want.
Oh, there you are. Interesting speech.
Do you want to discuss it?
Sure. I'm curious as to where that all came from. Egyptian mythology?
Oh, Andy. There's so much to teach you.
Religion's never really been my thing. But obviously you're interested in this shit, so...
Then let's skip the lecture.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna take him by his hand and lead him up to her room.
Okay. Or I imagine you skip the lecture. But
I actually want to drill down on something real quick.
okay.
Thank you very much. She offers him a beer.
Which he takes, gladly.
Which is heavily dosed.
So, what? I thought you didn't... You know what? It was starting to get a little weird down there. I'm not gonna lie. But you know what? Now that I'm here with you, we did want to have that discussion about, us, the band, and, all that stuff. Is that...
What do you want, Andy?
I mean, isn't it obvious? Do I have to spell it out
Do you
for
want
you
the
every
band
time?
or... Sorry.
Do I have to spell it out for you every time?
Do you want the band or do you want my pussy?
Okay. I didn't quite expect you to be that upfront about it. You usually play this little coy game. What's your deal? What are you doing?
She locks the door.
He kind of leans back in whatever chair he's sitting in at the moment.
She turns around and puts her hands behind her back and leans on the door. She says, "Do you want the wig on or off?"
He's gonna get up from the chair. He's going to pull the wig off of you. And then give you a very deep and passionate kiss.
And she's gonna push him off of her. Back down onto the bed. She's gonna take the robe off, revealing nothing underneath. She's gonna say, "Drink your beer, Andy."
Worried I'm gonna stay hydrated. Because beer doesn't hydrate. Thanks, another big
Water,
swig.
isn't it?
He beckons you over.
He walks past him. She goes to the closet. It's not a real closet, because this isn't a real bedroom. It's like a built-out closet thing. She drops to a squat and starts digging around in the bottom for something that she hasn't pulled out in a while.
What are you fishing for?
She stands up and starts pulling it up around both legs. And then cinches it down.
Nope. Not into that.
She crosses back over to the bed. She crawls across it. She says, "What's the matter, Andy?"
Ain't my thing. He looks at what you've brought out and then back up at you.
Why don't you take one more drink and see how you feel?
What are you playing at?
Just playing, Andy.
Manipulation, persuasion.
Can I get innocent?
I believe ingenue is a bonus to deception checks. This is a persuasion check.
Fair enough.
Are you satisfied with that roll?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Love to see that.
Okay. another swig of that beer.
How's he feeling?
I don't know. How's he supposed to be feeling?
I didn't put a drop or two in there. I emptied the dropper in it.
Oh, so
So
he's...
after a couple of swigs, I mean, the walls should be melting. He's about catatonic in 30 seconds.
He is flipping out, bad trip style.
Mm-hmm. Alice grabs him by the back of his hair. Looks him deep in his eyes. And commands him to sleep.
Is that with a compel?
Yes. Dominate?
So, the way the
I would
compel...
argue hella unprepared in this moment. I don't think he gets a chance to.
No, he's also an ordinary mortal. He does not have supernatural powers of any kind. So, the way that compel works is that they can do a simple command. Now, sleep is not something that you can command someone to do. You can have him close his eyes, but you cannot use this power to make him sleep. He will not fall
so
asleep.
they can do it, and then they stop doing it as soon as they're done doing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exactly.
Best way to think about it is no one can just fall asleep by command.
Sure.
Though I'm sure there's many parents who wish that was the case.
How about this?
Call that Benadryl.
Because he's hallucinating.
Put your hands. It needs to be like a one-word command. Is the thing.
Yes.
Um.
That's the way the free power compel works. Now, if you're wanting him to do something
Yeah.
more complex, you would need mesmerize.
I get that. I've got him. Okay, you ready? I've got him by his hair.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
I point at the headboard. At a pair of cuffs. And I say hands.
He will hand you his hands.
And I put his hands in the cuffs.
Yeah, this should probably be where we cut that.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That is exactly right.
We're going to fade to black for the rest of that.
Exactly right. Hard cut to black.
Yeah. Hard cut. So, while Alice is busy, what are the rest of you doing?
It's gonna take me a minute to recover to that, so come back to me.
Squatch has just been going around the entire time, buying, gathering rumors.
Alright, if no one else is going to go, Dante's going to work his way over towards the bar.
Okay. So you're headed over to the bar. And the young lady is there sipping on drinks as you walk over.
Dante will walk over and order a drink.
Oh, hey, welcome back, she says with a bit of a chipper sound to her voice.
Dante will slide up and sit down next to her. And he'll ask for a something rum-based.
Okay.
Dealer's choice to the bartender.
Yeah. She fixes you something. Do you like it neat or on ice?
You know what? I'm used to being cold, so let's just have it neat.
She makes you a rum and coke. Neat. Bit of a classic.
And, yeah. He's just going to start sipping on it and look over at Annie and just say, "Sorry, had to talk work."
I get it. You know, that.
But what brings you here tonight, Annie?
Well, was just looking to, have some fun. A party, a club, kind of a nice spot.
I'm going to insight check her, see if that's the only reason she came.
Sure, wits insight.
Two dice.
Okay. She came with the intention of having some fun. But you suspect that there's more to that now.
But you're here. Are you having fun?
Sure. It's kind of weird. But if I'm honest, I didn't exactly expect the whole, religious aspect, but, the whole Egyptian thing, I can take it.
It's not normally what I would expect either, but was told that something special was happening tonight. Religion's never been something that I fully understand. Hell, people are something that I don't fully understand.
Well, with everything the way that it's looking here, it looks like a sex party. Honestly, I'm not really here for that part. It was more than free drinks that I was looking forward to.
I've read that certain rituals and religious practices, people indulge in that sort of thing. I don't know what ends. Maybe the religion and the ritual is the excuse in itself just to let go or do something that they do normally.
Well, I've nearly had my fill. I was wondering, since you're here, if you wanted to go and walk me to my car.
I can do that.
So what kind of work held you up? Were you discussing? If you can.
Best way I can put it is family business, and if you can understand that.
Oh, as in the family.
The kind of business that we can't really talk about. Unless you are part of the business.
Alfonso gives me the same fucking spiel.
Have you ever heard the phrase, if I told you I'd have to kill you? That's not far off.
Come on, nobody actually means that. I know you don't.
There are things that you can't unknow. Once you're in for good. It's a line that keep normal people out of. Your brother knows that.
Well, yeah, but it's not like I'm not a part of the family. Look. I'm just as much part of the family as you are, and you're barely in it. Well, I don't remember the last time that Alfonso actually talked about you, Dante.
I've been gone a while. I just got back.
And
there may be a day when you could be let in on family business, but it's definitely not tonight.
always the same thing. You're a girl. You can't know because you're a woman. Whatever. Fucking dickwads.
I don't hold that belief, but it's definitely not the something that you decide willy-nilly after a few drinks. It takes a lot of trust and a lot of time to develop that.
And you don't trust me. That's the whole reason. I'm just the sister of the guy.
Trust is something not easily gained, easily broken. If you trust too fast, you put yourself in danger.
And if you trust too slow, you don't get anywhere.
It's two sides of the same coin.
Look, I'm not even really here to talk about the family. I'm not even here to talk about any of that. I'm just curious as to what it is that you could be getting up to, because you fascinate me.
What about me fascinates you? Most people are scared of me, find me somewhat repulsive, especially with what I do for a living. They
Not
find me
me.
creepy.
No. They're dumb. Look, I get it. You you'll take bodies. You know, you're a mortician. You do the embalming stuff. You get people prepared for burial and cremation and all of the stuff to deal with that. And what? That's like a creepy job? It's a job that needs done. Like,
You're more open-minded than most. He's saying this as he finishes his drink, and turns to her.
She's
It's
gone and
interesting.
finished her drink. I mean, this is the first time that you and I have really talked.
Hmm.
Which I've been meaning to do, I'm just shy.
Yeah, I'm not very good with talking to people just because of how they find me. I don't get the chance to, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm kind of new at this.
Well, don't you worry, because I can help you out.
Okay. Well, should I walk you to your car then?
Yes. And she gets up and she latches an arm around yours. And she's a little tipsy.
Alright, now I can see the music. So, I understand. Dante's going to start walking around.
Okay.
And probably passing ambush on the way out.
Yep. Because I think he's taken up his station back at the bouncer's booth, basically. Bouncer's table.
As he's walking by ambush, he'll just give him a nod.
And she's clinging onto your arm pretty hard. She feels like she's gonna topple over.
And Dante's going to walk her to his car.
Okay.
Probably his personal vehicle, not his work vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Just normal, like, SUV. Now, I should probably give you a ride home. With how hard you're clutching my arm, I don't know if you're in any shape to drive. Would that be acceptable?
I don't think you're in any shape to drive either, because you've had a few drinks too.
I've had one drink tonight.
That's a lie. I've seen two, at least.
Dante's going to try to remember if he's been drinking or not. At this point, I don't think he can.
Maybe 3.
Maybe we both shouldn't be trying.
Are you gonna be a gentleman and call me a taxi?
And he's going to get out and he'll go to the Uber app and order an Uber.
Mm.
And then he's going to go and pop the hatch of his SUV and just sit down the cargo well. Have a seat. Wait.
And she'll sit next to you.
So, did you accomplish what you wanted tonight?
A little bit.
I was told to relax and have fun. I don't know if I accomplished that or not.
You had drinks. Does that count as fun for you?
I enjoyed them.
Well, then I suppose
I
you
like
had fun.
drinks.
I enjoyed
Is
your
that all it
company.
takes to have fun? Oh, that's also new, hearing that. It has been a strange night.
What was so strange about it?
I've just done a lot of things that I've never done before.
You don't get him out much, do you?
No. Someone like me is always working or studying something.
Or sleeping.
Everybody has to do that.
Yeah, but not everybody does during the day.
Well, night shifts, someone's got to take them. Half the world runs at night.
Yeah, but other people are awake during the day.
Normally, avoiding them is a good thing for me.
I don't understand why that is.
Well, most of the world doesn't see me like you do. Just imagine every reaction you had tonight, you did the opposite, and that's my average person I deal with every time I come up to them.
I just don't get it. I get it.
Hmm.
So maybe you and
Probably
I are a
shouldn't
little
tell your
closer.
brother you're hanging around with me, though.
Why not? Does he not like you?
Brothers can be protective. He might see me as dangerous.
I like dangerous.
You like dangerous.
Yeah. It's exciting.
Well, you are your own person, so you can do what you want.
I think I will.
And Dante's just going to kind of lean back on his arm, like his elbows, and just kind of be looking up at the sky a little bit.
And she'll place her head on your shoulder.
And he's going to kind of, as she does that, he'll stiffen a little bit and then realize it's not threatening. Just this whole interaction's new to him, so he's just going to go with it.
And before too long,
And
the Uber arrives.
He'll get up and help her over to the Uber.
You have been a gentleman, Mr. Blackwell.
Like I said, tonight was interesting. A lot of firsts. Most of them I still don't understand.
Well, once you understand them, then I suppose good for you.
Maybe we could talk again.
I'd like that.
I might need more data. Figure out these feelings are.
I hope they're good.
I think so.
Well, I better catch that before they run off without me.
Yes. I will see you later then.
She'll give you a wave, and then hop into the Uber.
Dante's just going to go over and kind of sit back on the cargo area of his SUV again. What the hell is going on tonight? And he's going to just kind of sit there and pull out his notebook and start making notes. Things that he's thinking, feeling, and things to analyze later to try to figure out what the hell is going on with him. Because this is all new, and he's never felt this way. Like, never done this kind of shit.
For sure. I'm gonna be right back for a second, so I'm gonna pause the stream real quick, but I need to use the restroom, so be right back, everybody.
Sorry.